Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Healthy here from slimandstylish.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm playing with the All Things Fabulous bundle. This is a new bundle that's in the Stampin' Up annual catalogue and I love it. It's a photopolymer stamp set, but it's triple stamping. Whereas you stamp the base image, you add some detail to it and then you add some further detail to it. And it's gorgeous. You've got this flower, this one, and then you've got a couple of halves and leaves and things as well. And it's so pretty. And then you have the coordinating die set, which has this gorgeous trellis, but it has all the individual pieces to cut out your flowers. So the card I'm going to be showing you today is going to be this note card, which I love. It is completely flat. This is all flat, and this is just one die cut pop out just there. Okay, so let me show you how to put this card together and how to stamp this flower, because that has that 3 colour stamping on that I was talking to you about. So this is Smoky Slade, Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. So let me show you. I've got some scrap paper here purely because I'm going to be stamping off this Smoky Slate that I'm using is 2nd generation Smoky Slate. So I'm going to be I'm going to be stamping it first on my spare piece of paper and then stamping it down. Let me show you. The stamps I'm using for this is this one, and this one, and I've already got them on my blocks. So I've got them on a B block and 2 A blocks, and then I've also got the sentiment I'm here for you, and that's also on a B block, but I'll bring that in a bit. So to get this cool effect, I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 10.2 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres, and I've got my trusty post-it notes. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that this is completely straight and I've got it lined up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up my post-it note, and I've used longer post-it notes because I find it easier. And I am going off here, so it's a point, and off to the side here. It's up to you how much of an angle you want to create. So I'm creating this little sort of, I think it's like a bottom end of a tie, like a gentleman's tie. It's up to you how big a tie you want. You can move these around, of course. So that looks good to me. I think I want this one to be a little bit more pointed. Yeah, like that. And like I said, I've used the longer post-it notes purely because I'm going from one end to the other end, and I'm finding this a lot easier than having 3 or 4 different post-it notes, because you want it to be one straight fluid line. Okay, like that. And pull the right side. I keep trying to pull the back off my post-it notes. I'm getting a bit sloppy with that. Oh, that's not straight. You need it to be a straight line because it will impact on the pattern that you're creating if it's not a straight line. Okay, so this one looks like it's going to be a little bit thinner than this one. Could make it a bit wider, I suppose. Maybe. Now it's straight, just pull the whole thing off together. And probably put this back where it was to start off with, because, you know, I'm daft like that. But just get the mask in how you'd like it. I'm quite happy with that. Actually, I think that looks pretty spot on to what it was there. But yeah, you get it lined up how you want it. If you're doing lots of these, by the way, and you want it to be the same, then pop another piece of paper underneath and stick these to it, so you actually keep these in a V, and then you can just keep the mask on top of each one. Okay, so you want to start off with a bigger flower. That's this one. And this is the one I'm going to be doing in Smoky Slate. All right, so like I said, I'm 2nd generation stamping this. So I'm stamping it down the once, stamping it off again. Okay, so I want that pale one. 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're going to work your way around the whole card. And just as a heads up, I'm only lightly stamping it on the side. If you stamp it really heavy on the side, you're not going to have much colour left on your stamp, so make sure you're only lightly stamping it. And work from one end to the other. So don't start up here and then go down here and then fill the middle in, because otherwise you're going to end up with a big gap in the middle. You want to work from one end to the other end. I'm also making sure that, give or take, most of my flowers are in the same direction, because I don't want upside down flowers. Just going to grab some scrap here. I'm going to be stamping off the card, and I don't want to get my grid paper because I'm fussy. Okay. Once you've done your smoky slate, you want your Highland Heather, and again I'm going to be second generation stamping this. So you want your second largest stamp, which is this one, and I'll show you how to line it up as well, because this is the hardest stamp that's in this pack, I think, to line up, because this has a nice big white smile here. I think it's like a smiley, oh sorry, get it back into focus, because this has got a nice big white smiley bit here. I think it's like a smile, so you can actually pop one on top of the other and work it out. And here I was using this little circular bit here with the two other big circle bits to work out how these go, but this one only has some little bits, so getting one on top of the other here is a little bit trickier, and it's going to take me a little bit to work it out, but then once I've worked it out, hopefully it'll be easier. So I'm going to stamp it off first, and then the bit I'm actually looking at is this little tiny bit here. So just here it has sort of like a W going on. Okay, and I can see that that is just there on my stamp. So I'm just going to line that up, and my head is going to come into focus now. I'm so sorry. But once you've got that lined up, you will get it spot on in your flower then. So it's that W you want to look for. Stamp it off and stamp it on. I was a bit worried about getting this lined up for you on video, just because of the position of the camera. Once you've got it, and once you've seen where you're going and you look for that W, it is actually quite easy. But when there's a camera directly where your head should be, it is a little bit tougher. And I thought, oh, I'm going to mess it up. But I do have this one that's perfectly done to show you if it did mess it up. But I don't know how many times you've seen my head, or whether I've managed to position it better towards the back. But yeah, you want to just keep going round. I didn't do as well as that one, but I'd missed the V. So where I'd stamped the V wasn't on the card. I did atrocious on that one. There we go. Oh, I've missed one. There. So there we go. The next one is Gorgeous Grape. and you want to use the smallest stamp now. So you want to use this one here. Okay, and you're going to line it up exactly the same way. So this, I don't know whether you can really clearly see on the camera, I'm not sure. It has a sort of W again, and you want to line it up again the same way. Oh, stamp it off first. There we go. Just keep layering. So I've done these cards using this set quite a few times now. Well, not this exact card. I've done cards similar. You can see them on my blog. I am just fell in love with it. I'm loving playing with it and creating. And normally, because I'm a yellow girl, I like my bright yellows. I have been using So Saffron, Crushed Curry and Early Espresso to create my flowers actually. And I'll show you, I've got one just behind me so I can grab it you and show it you how it comes out in those colours. But I just fancy today playing with the purples. I haven't played with them for some time, so they were feeling probably a little bit neglected. There we go. So even if you do just miss the flower, it is not an issue because I have missed it on that one. But it still looks really pretty. All right, what you're hoping to get is sort of like this one, but it's a bit hard, like I said, with my head not being over the top. Once you've done that, make sure your hands are clean. I always have this problem with Whisper White cardstock. If I've been playing with inks and I've got it on me, I leave my thumbprint on the card. Peel off your masks. And there you go. Completely flat, but just, I think, stunning. I think it's such a gorgeous effect. I love doing these cards. So what I did to finish the card up was I stamped another one on a scrap piece of paper and I die cut it using one of the dies in the bundle. I've previously done that and it's there for you because my die machine doesn't fit in the picture, so it's there. And I've just popped that off to the side just to give it a little bit of extra detail. So find a gap. And it can be on top of one you've already got if you wanted it like that, which I think is what I'm going to do. And get that popped up. So pop a dimensional behind it, pull it off, pop it on. Gorgeous grape. I did the sentiment, I'm here for you. So I'm just going to grab that sentiment. I'm here for you. There we go. I've got my Whisper White card base. So I've actually just cut a piece of thick Whisper White in half, scored it in half, folded and burnished it, and I'm going to pop that on there. And I'm going to pop it up again. So I'm going to pop a load of dimensionals underneath it just to give it a bit of stability on the card. When it's a full panel, I like to put a few more dimensionals on. I think if it's going to go in the post and get flattened, for the time and effort you've spent making it, you might as well put a couple of extra dimensionals in the middle. There we go. Okay. One thing to finish it, I'm going to really bling it up and bring my rhinestones in. So I'm using the smaller rhinestones. You get large, medium and small on the same pack, and I'm using the smaller ones. And I'm going up the side here So I'm just going to pop one in the middle there, and then top of that one, sort of in the middle. So what do you think of this bundle? I love it. I think it's really cute. Definitely when I saw the catalogue, I knew it was one that I had to get and wanted to get pretty much straight away. It is available from my store, so if you head to slimandstylish.com, you go up to the header bar, you can find buy at the top, and if you click on that, it'll take you to my shop. If you just type in Fabulous Florals, which is the die set, or All Things Fabulous, you get a 10% discount if you buy the two together. And yeah, everything I have used from this video is there. If you enjoyed this video and you like this card, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. Bye.